One of the premier high school players in the province, Craig Butler's commitment to Western in 2007 had every offense across the OUA take notice. Injuries to the Mustang defensive secondary meant Butler would step into the starting safety position and force an early introduction to the receivers around the league of Butler's vicious, yet brilliant style of play. The 2007 Mustangs would go on to capture the Yates Cup with a 34-21 win over the Guelph Griffins. For the 2008 season, Butler started at defensive half and became one of the premier punt returners in the nation, averaging over 10 yards a return, placing him second in the country for total yards a return. The Mustangs would defend their Yates Cup title by defeating the Ottawa GGs 31-17 and face the St. Mary's Huskies for the Mitchell Bowl and the right to play in the Vanier Cup. It was in this moment that Butler, the football player, took over. Racking up 126 yards in punt returns, he picked off a St. Mary's pass with 54 seconds remaining in the first half and ran it back 57 yards for a touchdown, establishing a 25-12 halftime lead. The Mustangs went on to win the game 28-12, while Butler was awarded the Murray Van Vliet Trophy as the Mitchell Bowl game MVP. A switch back to safety for the 2009 season resulted in Butler being named a second-team OUA All-Star as he punished any opposing player who dared to venture down the middle of the Mustang defense. Tough and fearless, Butler once again changed positions to fit the Mustang secondary needs in 2010 with his move back to the halfback position. Head coach Greg Marshall said, "With Craig, the only place you wouldn't play him is on the offensive line. He'd go in and play quarterback if you asked him." Focused and extremely intense, Butler would lead the 2010 Stang defense with 47 tackles. He had the third most interceptions in the country with 5 and set the Western career punt return yardage with 1,376 yards, averaging over 10 yards a return. As a result, Butler would be named an OUA All-Star at 3 different positions: a second-team kick returner, first-team rush cover special teams player, and first-team OUA All-Star at defensive half. Butler's biggest achievement was helping the team claim its third Yates Cup victory in 4 years with a dramatic 25-23 win over the Ottawa GGs. The extremely flexible and multi-talented player was then recognized on the national level as a first-team CIS All-Canadian at defensive half. At the conclusion of his senior year, Butler was awarded the Dr. Claude Brown Trophy, given to a Western male student athlete who has made the greatest contribution to intercollegiate athletics at the university. The CFL would come calling when the Saskatchewan Roughriders drafted Butler in the second round with a 12th overall pick of the 2011 draft. Expected to be the only special teams player in the first year, Butler took the CFL by storm, winning the starting role at safety, amassing 47 tackles and leading the team with 5 interceptions. His first CFL sack on Winnipeg's Buck Pierce was the hit of the year and let the rest of the league know Craig Butler was a football player. Nominated for the CFL Rookie of the Year award, Butler was recognized as a West Division All-Star safety. A fan favorite for his aggressive play on the field, the Rough Riders asked the 195-pound Butler to move to the will linebacker position for the 2013 season. In response, Butler amassed 60 tackles, 3 sacks, and picked off 4 passes. The biggest payoff was the elevated team play that resulted in their appearance in the 101st Grey Cup. Played in front of their hometown crowd at Taylor Field, the Rough Riders defeated the Hamilton Tiger Cats 45-23, and Craig Butler had finally achieved his lifelong dream of owning a Grey Cup championship ring. Butler would sign as a free agent with the Tiger Cats, a move that paid immediate dividends for the club as Butler was named the East Division All-Star at safety, and the Tiger Cats won the East Division, returning to the Grey Cup finals. Despite playing on a severely damaged knee in 2015, Butler made 43 tackles, 4 sacks, and had 1 interception. Butler had now cemented his reputation around the league as one of the premier defensive players in the CFL, confirmed by his appointment to the 2015 All-Star team at safety. In Craig Butler's senior year at Western, he was asked to describe winning in one word. His response was tradition. He said, "Last couple of years, I really recognized how big of a tradition Western football is and how important it is not only to the people playing now and the coaches, but the alumni. It makes me appreciate how big the game is at Western. I'm really proud to be part of that tradition. Craig Butler, a Mustang legend.